Yo, what's good, Dust Nation? What's good, YouTube family, man? Welcome back to the channel. It's like I fed, peace, love, and light. Alright, look, man, so this video is a little bit off topic from things that I normally talk about on this channel, but I had a subscriber DM me today and ask me this question, so I thought I would always, I thought I would talk about it, man, because this is a conversation that's actually very, very funny to me, man. So the DM basically said, and no, I'm not gonna share your name, brother, you feel me, it's all good. How do I stop simping, right? How did I stop simping? He asked me, did I ever simp, things like that, or did I always have like women or whatever? So I wanna be honest with you. Alright, so before I even get into the video, so I wanna say what, to me, my definition of simping is. So my definition of simping is basically over-validating a woman and not seeing yourself as the prize, not respecting yourself enough as a man, and overexerting yourself for a woman. Anytime that you put a woman in a dominant role within the relationship, over validating, simping, that's my definition. I stopped simping 6 years ago, and the very last time that I was simping was in a situation where I was dealing with a woman, you feel me? I was young, I was in my early 20s, fresh 20s. I was with a woman and I was constantly over validating her. I was constantly texting her first. I'm texting her, it'll be like paragraphs, and she'll send me like little simple things. I remember one time, it had been a couple of months into us doing whatever we was doing. I can't even say dating per se, and I brought up the conversation of with Ari. As a man, you can never do this, especially when you're dating a woman in the West. I'm gonna tell you guys why in a little bit. I brought up the initial conversation of, what are we doing here? I'm feeling you. I would really like to be with you. I'd like to make this thing exclusive. At this time in my life, I was kind of getting out of my whole stage as a young man. I was praying to God, like I really wanted a good woman, right? I was praying to God, I wanted a good quality woman in my life. And so I thought this girl was the one, which is funny looking back at it now, right? When I asked her, yo, like, what Ari, I want to make this thing exclusive, Shorty gave me the okie doke. She was like, oh, I don't really want nothing right now. I'm about to move to Atlanta and I just want to focus on myself. I can't do a relationship. It was kind of funny to me, but it hurt because like I really wanted a girlfriend. About a week or two later, I just kind of like stopped talking to her and I went back to doing my old whole phase, right? And what's funny is literally that same week she posted another dude on story and I was like, word, and I was hurt. Right? And then the funny thing is she's still dating the same dude till this day, and she's still in the same city that we were in till this day, and she's fat, you know what I'm saying? She's categorically obese. I'm not saying this to bash her, you feel me? Like, we don't bash people on this channel, but it's facts. She's obese and she stalks my stories all the time because, quite frankly, since then I've leveled up, and I'm not even gonna hold you, my life is lit. You feel me? Anybody that actually knows me in person, that has traveled with me, my life is lit. You feel me? I've leveled up cognitively, mentally, spiritually, financially. As a man, I've leveled up and I live a pretty good life. It's just funny looking back at that situation now. I wish I would have had a mentor that would have told me how to react with dating women. For me, looking back at the situation in retrospect, I was simping. I didn't hold my frame. I allowed myself to get overly emotional and, bring up the question of what are we? I was used to women doing that to me. And if I'm being quite honest with you, I haven't simped since, which is, I know that's a light example. There are people that are in wayward situations. I consult some men that have shared with me that they overvalidate women so much to the point where the woman controls them. And it turns out that the woman was actually not only putting hands on the man, not only was she putting, I know quite a few men in real life that I know personally and that I have consulted, not only does the woman put hands on them because they know that the man's not going to leave, but she was also cheating on him too. I know there's going to be quite a few women that come on this video that's going to talk trash for what I'm about to say, but I have to be honest, right? Because I'm a very well-cultured man. I speak multiple languages. I've been to many countries. This year alone, I've lived out of the US for 5 months. I've dated women from multiple different backgrounds, and I have to be honest, I would be lying if I said that the women that you find abroad, obviously there's outliers, but the women that you find abroad in these Latin American countries, in these Asian countries, in these African countries, Caribbean, Eastern Europe, I'd be lying if I said through my personal experience, I haven't found that they're more feminine. They know what they want. They're more traditional. They don't play games. They're more pleasant to be around. I'd be lying if I said that's not true. Obviously, I'm not talking about all women in the US, because I've never had an issue getting women anywhere. You know what I mean? I can get women in the US or anywhere. But I'd be lying if I said that typically the women over there are not more pleasant to be around. Now, that does not mean that you're going to go to these countries and walk over these women. These Caribbean women, African women, you feel me, like Latino women, Eastern European women, they will tell you about yourself real quick, and they're not going to let you walk over them. The point is to not walk over a woman. But the point is, if you're looking for a good woman, I have to be honest, the dating pool in the USA is trash. And especially if you are a man that's not well experienced and you're simping like I was 6 years ago, and I know many men that are simping now, you're gonna be toast. And so my advice to men who are simping is you have to work on yourself as a man. What that means is this right here. Work on yourself as being a actual masculine man. Be about your word. Have integrity. Tell the truth. Be honest. Secondly, work on your capital, okay? Get your money together, all right? Preferably get you something that you can work online remote so that you can move around, all right, and experience other cultures and still make money. Also get your investments, get your portfolio right so that you can have money coming in passively. You want to make sure that you can provide for yourself and lead your life before you even invite a woman into your life to lead and provide for her, let alone a family. So that's the first issue. A lot of men are going after women and they don't have their stuff together. And so as long as you are a man that's on your shit, it doesn't matter where you at, a woman is going to fall into line if you're worth it. You feel me? That's the truth. Now, in the context of simping, because I know there's a lot of people that talk about in the US, there's, you know, conditional femininity, which I agree. A lot of women here, and there's nothing wrong with that, you feel me? They want to be a boss babe, they want to work, they want to be independent. They're conditionally feminine. That's fine. I'm not dealing with it. But at the same time, as somebody that has been to other countries, I understand the US is expensive and a lot of women here have to work in order to provide for themselves. Because quite honestly, there are a lot of men here that they just not it. You feel me? I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't deal with a lot of men from the US for a good reason. A lot of my friends are from abroad and they're all older than me, because typically older men have their shit together. And so I haven't met a lot of men my age. Not saying that there isn't. There's a lot of men in their 20s that are getting busy. You feel me? I haven't met a lot. I met a few. That's the last time I simped, man. That's this video. That was that situation. And there's a lot of discussion these days about simping, data market, you feel me, like in the West, things of that nature, women abroad. I have a pretty good life. I can go abroad whenever I want to. I was just abroad. We got more things coming soon. I'm a man that speaks multiple languages and I've dated multiple women. I will say this though, man. If you're a man right now and you're in your 20s, I do not recommend that you even take dating serious. I'll keep it a stack with you. Make sure that you work on your personal development first. Make sure that you're mentally and emotionally and spiritually aligned. Make sure that you have your capital together. Make sure that you have experiences. Make sure that you've traveled, that you're well cultured, so that you could be a more in-depth person, so that you have more perspective on life, so that you can offer more, so that you could be a higher caliber individual. Make sure that you have certain things and experiences going on for yourself before you decide to be with a woman long-term commitment wise, because there's a lot of life out here to live and a lot of men have to develop themselves. And so I think the reason why a lot of men in the US simp is due to a lack of knowledge, a lack of self-worth, and honestly just a lack of knowing that there's abundance out there. Because listen, man, without saying too much, man, I'm gonna just say this: life is great. Life is great, man, and when you are somebody that is focused on your purpose as a man, and you've got certain things going for yourself, and you're healthy, you're fit, you're articulate, you've got resources to be able to go wherever you want to go, whenever you want to, and you're a good, outstanding man with integrity, simping is not even a thing. Women fall in line to a masculine man, period. But at the same time, I gotta be honest, the women in the US are typically obese. And so, but anyway, man, that's a whole nother conversation that could turn this video a lot longer. Let me know if you guys want to hear me talk a little bit more about this kind of stuff. I know this is a little bit off topic of somewhat what we normally talk on the channel, but I believe that this is a juicy topic, man. So thank you to the brother that sent me that message, you feel me? I definitely wanted to make a quick video response talking about this stuff, man, because I think it's hilarious, especially because I've dealt with this before, and now that, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm an older man in my 20s, and in a couple of years I'll be in my 30s. I think that this is something that young men need to hear, you feel me, in terms of like simping, in terms of dealing with women, and how you should move and how you should get yourself together before even considering taking a woman seriously, and how you should exercise discipline so that you're going to be a desirable man regardless of where you go. Yes, the dating market in the USA is trash. Take it from me. Don't think that you're just going to go somewhere else and just completely crush it, because the thing is, you shouldn't be chasing women anyway. That's the truth, you feel me? Always go for the woman that actually is feeling you, that goes after you. And so, but like I said, whole nother topic, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.